Good afternoon, Cracked Crew. Welcome back to another episode of MTG Mana Cracked. I'm your host, Bear, and today on Fresh Pack Friday, we are going to head back to the City of Guilds, Ravnica. We're going to be cracking up 4 packs from the Guilds of Ravnica booster packs, and really hoping for some sweet pulls, some shock lands, or even some legendary guild leaders. Established in 2018, Guilds of Ravnica comes with 10 different guilds to look at. We have white and blue for the Azuria Senate, white and black for House Demir, black and red for Cult of Radkos. We also have red and green for Gruul clans, green and white for the Silencia Conclave. If you like white and black, that's going to be the Orzhov Syndicate. One of my favorites was the Izzet League, which is blue-red. You have the Golgari Swarm, which is black and green. Boros Legion, which is red-white. And for the last remaining combination here, we have the Seismic Combine for green and blue. All of those each have fantastic possible guild masters that we could pull from this. Each of these is going to have 15 cards per booster, so we're looking at 60 cards tonight on the pull. So we're glad to have you here. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, comment, share, all the good things for the YouTubes. Make sure you leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite guild is here from Ravnica. 10 to choose from. It's a hard list. Me personally, like I said, my favorite is coming down to the Izzet League because, let's face it, Niv Mizzet is a really, really good looking card there. So, going to hopefully find out tonight if we're going to pull a legendary pack or if, we just happen to get a bunch of budget bins on this thing. So, with any luck, we might be able to pick up a couple shock lands. That would be pretty cool. But all in all, guys, it's going to be about the fun of the pull. We're glad to have you here with us. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. That way you guys can check and be updated on everything we have going on here over at MTG Mana Cracked. You never know. We might sneak an extra episode in here or there. And if you don't have that bell indicated and light up, you may miss out. So, again, like, subscribe, share, comment. Make sure you set that little bell notification so you catch everything MTG Mana Cracked and get yourself over to our Cracked crew. All right, guys, without further ado, let's take a look into our Guilds of Ravnica. Here's our 4 packs we're going to be opening up. Nothing special. I mean, they're all sealed, all bought at our local game store here in town. So we're going to set these guys off to the side here, and we will get started. Again, we're going to start these like we do everything else. We're going to go through. We'll sort out our commons, uncommons, rares, all that stuff. Passwall Adept is our first common here. Followed up by Maximize Velocity. Healer's Hawk, Urban Utopia, Burglar Rat. Let me know what you guys, let me know in the comments what you guys like to use as your particular color combinations here. Growing up, I was always fancied anything green. Green-white seemed to be my power deck combination, but as you get older, you find new things, so. I learned to really enjoy 5-phase color for slivers. But again, not everybody really liked those when I played with them. So. First uncommon is a Crackling Drake. Coming up next is Gird for Battle. Next uncommon is Golgari Finebroker. So there we go, breaking into our guilds. And our rare is going to be Expansion and Explosion. All right, and our land is going to be a Land Gate from the Demiri Guild Gate. And our token is a soldier with lifelink. Alright. Not bad. Not a bad draw for the first set. Good to see a split card happening there. Those are kind of cool. Always giving you the ability and option to do something different there. There we go. The Vendalken Mesmerist. Ornery Goblin. Skyline Scout. Wall of Mist. Pitchclaw Recluse. Spiders always have reach, it always seems. Can't imagine that they wouldn't, unless it was a tunnel spider. And again, I'm not a fan of spiders at all, so. Imagine that. Dowser of Light's Creature Horror. We're talking about things that we don't like, and we're on a horror. Alright, Pax Favor, excuse me. Oof, goodness. One of these days I'll learn to talk. Veiled Shade coming in next. And Deadweight Enchant Creature. It gets -2, -2. Always good for one black card. Alright, Undercity Uprising. Got a sorcery here coming in for black and green. And our first uncommon out of this pack is Undercity Necrolisk, followed by a Book Devourer. The Harbinger of Libraries. Enchanted Surveillance. And our rare is going to be Bounty Agent, Human Soldier, coming in there. And we have a Dimir Guild Gate. So we got 2 Guild Gates. Just different art. Both for the Dimir Guild there. So coming up, we got another soldier. Alright, guys. Let's take a crack into this pack here. See what we get for our third pack of the night. I can definitely tell they've changed. Wizards changed how they seal their packs, because these seem to open up a lot easier than some of the newer ones that I've been opening. So that's interesting to see over the years. But leave a note in the comments. What do you guys? What do you like to do? How do you guys like to open your cards? Some people like to cut them across the top with a pair of scissors. Other people, they'll crack them down the center of the spine. What's your favorite way? Me personally, I like to go down the center. Less chance, personally, for me to damage any of the cards, lower any of the values for, you have to find one that you really want to get rid of or trade. Or just keeping your collection. Nothing worse than having an oops and cutting a corner off of something that could be worth quite a decent amount of money. Here we go. We have the Boros Challenger coming up as our first uncommon. Krall Harpooner and a Conclave Guild Mage. Coming up next is our rare. Ooh, Sacred Foundry. We've had luck here recently with some lands coming in. Oh, and a Boros Guild Gate. So that's cool. Oh, we got another card back here, and that's going to be our token. It's going to be a Bird Illusion. Haven't seen too many of those, so that's cool. And for our final pack of the night tonight, guys, we are looking at hopefully something pretty amazing. Let's take a look. So we've got Sure Strike, Righteous Blow, Crushing Canopy, Barrier of Bones, Prey Upon, Gravatic Punch, Dimir Locket, Centaur Peacemaker. There we go. See, there's my green-white. Coming up next is Darkblade Agent, Devious Cover-Up, and our first uncommon is League Guild Mage, Inspiring Unicorn, Thought Erasure, Our rare is going to be Knights of Autumn, the Dryad Knight. And our land is going to be the Golgari Guild Gate. And our token is going to be Emblem. Emblem Raw. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this emblem deals 4 damage to any target, and you draw 2 cards. That's a pretty cool card to have in play, if I do say so myself. So without further ado, guys, let's get on over here. And we'll start off with our tokens. So it looks like our tokens are actually coming in and counting for something on this go round. These are just going to be our basic lands here. Change this guy out. Got a couple here that we need to change out. But again, this is you know, something that we come on to. Let's see here. Guilds of Ravnica. All right. Alright. This guy here, we need to change him over. Nope. Start on our commons here. You know, if we can change this light around a little bit to get to read on these cards a little bit better. I don't know if that's going to happen. Let's see here. There we go. And just like we thought, you know, we're going to see some of these pop up under different sets because they will have been released. You know, it's been 7 years, so Ravnica's been around for a hot minute. You know, it's like you saw some of them were coming up in Outline. This guy's coming up in the Clue edition. You know, we've got it in Jumpstart. Some of these you're going to see more in other larger sets. So. And then, you know, there's Ravnica Remastered. Here's another one for the list. So it's not uncommon to see these cards re-released elsewhere. It is what it is. Just a little bit of something we gotta we got to take care of here. Let's just get a couple of those in there, and then we'll come back through and change everything out. There we go. All right, now coming up onto our uncommons here. Alright guys, on to our rares. Look and see if we get coming up through here. Knight of Autumn. Sacred Foundry coming in at 1746. Again, lands being the thing, so we did see one decent draw here. One good hit. And that's not uncommon. Again, looking for those shock lands, and Sacred Foundry definitely hits on that regard here. That put in there. There we go, guys. There's our big hit for the night, or for the day here, depending upon what time it is where you're at. So we've got our Sacred Foundry for red or white. Again, the Sacred Foundry enters the battlefield. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters it tapped. So looks like we did pretty decent here. So again, overall, 2270 for the 4 packs. Not horrible, not great, but definitely could have done worse. So I want to thank you guys again for swinging through today to check out our Fresh Pack Friday, revisiting the Guilds of Ravnica booster packs. Reminder, coming up on Monday for Magic Monday, we are going to be tackling the Brothers War versus Ether Drift. So 2022 versus 2025 there. Look forward to seeing you guys stopping back for that one. And as always, I appreciate you stopping in and spending a little bit of time with us here at MTG Mana Cracked. And don't forget to join the Cracked crew by liking, following, subscribing, and sharing us with some of your friends who enjoy a little bit of magic in their lives. This is Bear. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. We'll see you all around. Take care and have a great weekend.